Ah. What is up? Hunting season is approaching. This is getting super exciting. I love doing these live feeds closer to hunting season just because I feel like we're in the mix, you know? Like we're getting ready to rumble. And it's funny because I'm here and I'm just, you know, chilling by the fire. There's a fire behind you there, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But there's so many deer walking around. It's crazy. Like just sitting out here and just looking around, the deer like start to move through these woods behind me, or in front of you, or behind you, I should say. So it's pretty cool to just watch them like grazing and walk around. There's a couple of big bucks too. I've seen them. I got some vision of them. You know what I'm saying? I caught some vision on them. What's up, guys? What are you guys doing? As you can tell, for me, I'm just relaxing by the fire, preparing for hunting season, making some phone calls today, trying to get my stuff in order. My name is Will. What's up, man? How you doing? Will M. Willem. Willem. It's like a movie. Willem. I'm getting smoked out here in a second. So listen, last night I was sitting out here and we had an owl frenzy. An owl frenzy. There was about 4 owls yelling at each other and screaming and literally flying all around here. It was actually one of the coolest things I've ever seen. In fact, one of the owls was flying by and it came so low that a feather actually fell off it and it landed like it was crazy. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. They were going nuts. But I could see them clear as day. I had a flashlight, and I was like, "Whoa!" And they were like just going nuts. I'll play some. I got 2 phones here I use now to do this, so I can keep. I'll play some of the sound they're making. See if this plays. So cool. They're everywhere. There's another one. Look, it's insane. They're like surrounding me. There's owls surrounding me. Look at this guy. There's owls surrounding me. I think it's a barred owl. We're in the middle of Michigan, probably a little bit north of middle. We're not in the middle of Michigan. We're in northern Michigan, but in the middle. And this is not a hunting spot. This is our camping spot. So you actually cannot hunt here. So we use this as a landing spot basically. So we have campers here, and we'll stay here. It's about 13 acres, I believe, or so. And we'll stay here, and then we'll go to our hunting locations from here. We kind of like, you know, peel off. We go north, we go south, we go west to different spots. In the summer, we come here to go to TAC. We'll stay here for instead of go to TAC, you know, stay there. So, ooh, interesting. What was that about? I think I know what it's about. Is that World War II? Or am I thinking of something else? What's everybody shooting for bows this year? You guys ready to rock? I think I'm going to start with the Hoyt Alpha X30. Yeah, Alpha X30 is what I'm thinking. Okay, Blinken, whatever that means. That's a very strange person you are. One thing about me. Oh, man. So, archery bows. What are you guys using? What are you thinking of? You know what I mean? Okay, Lincoln. You're a very strange character, my friend, and you are going bye-bye. See you later, strange man. All right, one guy gone. All right, anybody else need to leave the chat? Listen, this chat and love being a part of the outdoors. That's it. And if you want to talk some other stuff, I'm down. Like, I'm good talking World War II history. I like talking outdoors in general. So like hiking. I mean, if you're not a hunter, that's okay. Some people don't always hunt. They just like archery. That's completely fine, you know. Anyway, Pinky, I'm not hunting. I am just relaxing at the campfire. Hunting season doesn't start here in Michigan until October 1st. So I'm not really hunting anything. I'm not really scouting here or anything. I'm just chilling. It's a campground, basically, private campground. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi, see how you guys are doing. Again, there's a lot of deer around here. They cannot be hunted. They're untouchable, but it's fun to watch them because there's so many of them around. At all times, they'll be just chilling, grazing somewhere around me, you know? So it's kind of fun just to be a part of that. I'm normally hunting. I am hunting October 1st on. I'm hunting for a whitetail. And about me being a femboy. So I wasn't sure if that was what you were at. But I was like, I don't know, man. Okay, I got you. You're talking about Nat. But I was like, I don't know, man. Okay, I got you. You're talking about is it the bear, the bear of the truth? Is it the bear, the bear of the truth? Is that a box store bow? Truth? Because I feel like that's one I'd see at the box store, that name. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was to say. I was like, what? I wasn't sure what we were getting at with the truth comment. That's why I wasn't sure. And sorry, and that's because there's all that BS going on, you know. That's excellent. That's excellent. I've been really playing around with the Bear Adapt 2. We had that come in. I was playing with that bow. It's an excellent bow, and a really good deal for the price they give for that bow right now. So if you're someone looking for a bow and don't want to spend a ton of money, I would definitely recommend Bear. I'd use the code BHP2024 in their checkout to take 20% additional off, which is a great deal. Um, that's one cool thing about Bears. They give us a discount to give to you guys, so it's been very helpful for a lot of people who want an extra bow or another bow, you know. Awesome, Troy. That's cool. So a lot of good options there from Bear. But you know, other brands, of course, you know, like Hoyt's got a great bow this year. Elite has got good bows. Matthews, great bows, but they did have that limb issue. I don't know what that's going to do for them this year. I feel like it's going to put them on a back foot for a while. It's not going to hurt them overall, you know, end game, but it will, I think, initially hurt them just because of people that are, you know, going to buy, probably going to skip the lift at this point. The least, I mean, if it was me, I'd probably skip it. Like, I wouldn't buy a lift. I'd buy a Hoyt instead or something else. You know, it's a bad batch material too. I don't want to. I want to act like, you know, crap don't happen. It does. You know what I mean? So, Troy, yeah, if you get that Adapt 2, buy it on their website. Use code BHP2024, and that will make your mind up because it will give you an additional 20% off, which is a lot of money. It's the best deal you're going to find anywhere. So definitely check that out. Use that code to save yourself some money. But also remember, one of the cool things about that code that Bear did for us, that and did for you, not me, but for you guys, is that they allowed you to use it across all their products. So really, you could buy the Bear Adapt $4.99 with that discount, and then you could also go to Trophy Ridge and buy the sight you really want, the rest you really want, the, you know, everything you really want, and you can still get 20% off that. So I mean, you don't have to necessarily, you know, do it that. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? That bad Bowtech. Matthews again? Are you referring like because Bowtech had the limb issue, now it's Matthews have the limb issue? Because Bowtech did have a limb issue on that. What was it? The RPM 360 or something like that? Code is BHP, so the BowHunterPlanet BHP 2024. Troy. definitely take advantage of it while you can. That's my point, because I don't know how long they'll let us have that code. So if you could buy it now, consider doing that and then take advantage of it, because I'm telling you, it might not be here next year and you might not get that additional 20%. It's really helpful right now, especially people having harder times buying stuff. So yeah, limb issue, Sean. I hear you, man. I hear you. I don't know what to say, I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna go through a bad day. Matthews has been lucky over the years, if you think about it. They've had really no major issues over all these years. So they've really were due for something to happen eventually, with quality. But they've been steadfast, man, over the years, if you think about it. So you got to give them credit. Bowtechs have had a lot of limb issues over the years. You know what I mean? Same you, Troy. I have not hunted Oklahoma, but I've heard of people hunting Oklahoma pinky. I heard it's pretty nice, actually. Bowtech has had their share of limb issues, and it's caused them to lose a lot of clientele to Matthews and to Hoyt, to PSE, to other people over time. And it's hard to say what's going to happen to Matthews with this, to be honest. I mean, I think they'll be okay. I mean, they're definitely going to be okay, but like, how much are they going to lose? Were the people on the fence now going to for sure go right to Hoyt? Hoyt makes a great bow, guys. Like, I'm shooting a Hoyt coming up, so I mean, I don't see any issue with them going to Hoyt or going to Elite or going to, Bowtech or another brand, realistically. I just feel like when people get a little bit nervous about quality issues like that, it's a big problem. It does go a little deeper than I think people realize, So um, the SS34 bad cam. There was a cam issue with the SS. I didn't hear that. Yeah, the Darton sequel is moving up there. So, for feelings, what are you doing with these weird comments, my friend? Why do you have some weird comment they won't let me show that's really weird, but then you come back with an actual hunting comment? It's almost like you're anti-hunter, but then you come in with an actual, like, you know what you're talking about comment. It's very strange. WC, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. Hope all is well. I didn't forget about the membership program for those who have joined the channel, joined the subscription. It's the membership program. Those people, if you haven't join the channel. You can do it. Just go to join channel on the bottom, where you can donate money. It's part of the channel when you're a member. Once you're a member, we're doing two things right now coming up. We're doing the bow giveaways. We have 2 bows going out the door here early September. So we're going to pick 2 winners. And then we have the new Team BHP Hunt Club coming up. So if you have footage or you want to film your hunts and air it somewhere, we're going to air it for you. Ron and Jay are going to take over that segment and be the host. It's going to be really fun, and we're really excited about that. Miss Athens, yep. Nice fur feelings. That's cool. You got a shop. What are you selling out of that shop? Really? You have a lot of Hoyt issues? Interesting. I never heard of a Hoyt issue. That's so interesting. Which models? I heard Darton's doing real well. In fact, Randy's going to be on our podcast coming up, so you guys will see that episode. We'll be airing. If you don't follow our channel, make sure you subscribe, because we'll have that video coming up of me and Tim talking to Randy about the brand and where it's going. Very excited about that. Derailing bow, Sean? Dang, dude, that's not good. More than any other brand. That is interesting. I haven't heard of Hoyt problems either. That's why I find it interesting. Huh. I haven't heard of any issues with Hoyt, but I mean, it can happen. I mean, any bow company can have an issue. But that Athens bow was nice, man. I'm not gonna lie, they did a really good job with that bow. I was really impressed with that bow. I thought that was going to change a lot of things for Athens, to be honest, that bow. With or without that technology, honestly, the bow itself shot so nice. I was thinking, okay, well, they're going to get sued or whatever. Just get rid of it. Just put the normal cam system back on, get rid of that thing, right? And they didn't. They just went goner, so I don't know. What's up from Sweden? we'll see what happens with Darton. Darton's getting to that point now where they're finally producing, in my opinion, a really good engineered product. So now it's just a matter of marketing. Like how far are they going to go? How much they going to spend to get that bow name out there, to redo the websites, redo the logo look, redo the look of the brand. Like in my opinion, that needs a whole scrub down. Darton needs to get into the 21st century. They need to go up against the Matthews of the world. They need to produce very high quality content. They need to be producing content and showing content and sponsoring shows that show Darton again. Darton has a chance to really. They have the history. They have the quality now. They have the look, the engineering. They just need Randy to take it to the next level in marketing. That's really what it comes down to. It can't just be shooters and targets. It's got to be hunters who are grinding and getting bloody. And, I'm just saying, like, you got to have everything. You got to hit every mark. You got to spend money. You can't just get by. It's got to be, if you want to compete for some Matthews or a Hoyt, you got to spend, man. You got to go to town. It's not going to be easy. That's what I'm gonna tell him when he's on the show. Like, what's the plan? Because you got to go fast and hard if you want to start. You're doing a good job getting by shooters, but when it comes to marketing, you have to be on your game. Like, if you want to take over those market percentages, I mean, you got to be able to go. Like, for instance, here's a good example. So, like, the BowHunterPlanet Members' Choice Awards, the Golden Arrow Awards. Every year we have an award ceremony. We let the consumer vote on the best bows, best bow brands every year. Who's doing the best this year? Whose bow was the best this year? Matthews wins every single year. And in that, they always win by, they used to win by 50% of the vote. Now today, they win by about 30%. So they have 30% of the vote and they win. And that's real close with Hoyt and then Bowtech and then PSE. But Darton's way low on that totem pole, and that's my point. Like, if you want to get into that second, third area where you're getting 20% of the vote, 25% of the vote, whatever, right? I'm just saying, like, it's a big deal, right? So that's where it's at. Interesting on the SS34. I didn't know that. Awesome for feeling. Yeah. So I agree with you on what you said about Darton, 100%. For years, they have gone a different direction by selling the technology to make these other bow brands better than them, which I find very strange, but I get it from a money perspective from Rex Darlington's concepts. His thought was more like ours is secondary and we'll let them take our tech and make us money. So I don't think it's a horrible idea necessarily, but he never really kept up with the now with that brand. And it's too bad because I feel like, I mean, like, think about it. They launched some of the same bows over and over, right? Yeah. I'm not going to talk politics for a feeling because I try to come here so people can just come here and not talk politics because it's in everything you do nowadays. But I think you could probably figure out who I'm voting for. I don't think it's hard to figure that out based on who we are. But, in my opinion, it's just Darton is on the cusp of something large because those designs are excellent. They really are great shooting bows from what I've tested. And I do think they're on the cusp of something large. So, anywho, what else is everybody doing? Does anybody else have issues or Matthews issues? I guess because obviously it's a serious thing, and people like Fur Feelings have to deal with it. So they come in. Fur Feelings, question on that actually. So for both of those brands, when those come into you like that, are those companies covering 100% of those costs? Does the consumer have to pay something? Or do they just bring it to you, you fix it, Bill Hoyt, Bill Matthews, and then they pick it up and leave? This is a very important question. If I'm a consumer and I'm buying a Matthews or I'm buying a Hoyt, I want to know that if there's an issue, what's going to happen. Okay, so you're not an actual Hoyt deal, but you said you do deal with Hoyts that come in. So if you deal with a Hoyt, who pays for it? Who's paying for that? That's what I'm asking. So, like, is the consumer paying for the fix, or you have to go to Hoyt to get it situated? Does it matter if you're a dealer or not? also. Does that even matter if you're the franchise dealer? These are all important questions, people. We need to know how we get these things fixed for free. Oh, man. I started filming a bow today. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Patrick, hey, I hear you. Like, I would agree with you. Like, I have a lift as well. And I feel the same way. If I was a consumer, that's my point. Like, if I bought one of those or I bought that brand this year, I would feel not great. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would feel like, okay, and this is a lot of money you come out of your pocket, right? So we're not talking like chump change here. We're talking that when you buy that bow, when you purchase that bow, you expect the highest quality there is. Now, can there be mistakes? Yes. Did Mac McPherson come out and say we have a mistake? Yes, which is really amazing, really, when you think about it, that the main guy came out and said, hey, look, we screwed up, but it's a quality issue based on, a bad batch of material. And excuse me, I don't know why he keeps doing that. I'm like really hard on the Wi-Fi. A lot of ways you have to make the decision on what you want, how you want to handle it, as a consumer, because I get it. It's a lot of harder money for having an issue like that. It's not cool. So, come up here at the top, close to the Wi-Fi for you guys. Sorry for all those who left. Unfortunately, happens. What's your favorite hunting spot to go? I like really middle of Michigan. I've been hunting Michigan for years, and thoroughly enjoy hunting Michigan. It's not the biggest bucks or anything like that, but it's home. Wow, interesting. Consumer pays if they change bows. Wow. Dartons and or Athens when you had Athens. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I can see that, though. I can see that they would buy a Darton or, because again, I mean, why not at that point? You've went to what you would consider some of the best bow brands in the industry to have an issue. So at that point, why would it matter what you buy after that, So I guess that makes complete sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, if you went all out, you went all out, so. Anyway, I was filming today. I filmed the Proline Typhoon XT. I couldn't find a single shred of information about the bow, except for the fact that Proline was made in Hastings, Michigan, which is very interesting because I hunted in Hastings, Michigan for the last 4 years. So I thought that was interesting that was the home of Proline when it was around. But I couldn't find any info on the bow. I couldn't find any info on really Proline at all anymore, which I find very disheartening that you can't find any history on these bow brands that were here. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember Anderson on Indiana. There was just a ton of them that have been disappeared now. Pearson's pretty much gone now, I think. God, there were so many weird ones. There's one called like Midalata, Milata or something like that. They were around for like a year or two. Strother was around for a while. I mean, it's crazy, man. Oh. Yes, Patrick, that is accurate. So Athens launched this AccuTune. AccuTune was kind of like the deadlock system. It looked just like it, realistically. I mean, to be frank. And when you look at it, they said that the patents were good because they had a patent attorney look at it, and there was differences. Whatever. The point is, the weirdest part about the Athens debacle is that Bowtech, first off, they made it red like the Bowtech one, which I thought was crazy. So when you look at it from a perspective of anybody, you look at it, it's going to be a red dial. But if you look at the deadlock, it's a red dial. So like, what are you doing? And then Athens got the lawsuit, hey, I think it was like a cease and desist or something. I don't know the exact details. But my understanding is they basically just close shop. They just close shop. Which a lot of people in the industry are like, why would you close shop? Why would you not swap the cam or change out that system? It just seemed a little bit sus, I guess, that they would just close shop and close all warranty and just go under. So it was just like a very fast, I mean, I don't even know if they actually got sued. I feel like they just got a cease and desist. I could be wrong, But I feel like it was more of like, hey, you can't be selling this. And they haven't sold that many bows yet. So I don't know why it would. I mean, even if they sold 2,000 bows, just have them returned, give the people their money and fix them, right? Or change it out. So I think a lot of people in the industry are a little bit like, what is going on? Like, is this, you know what I mean? Like, it just seemed a little weird. That's all. And the thing is, like, fur feelings, whether or not Bowtech was scared of the Athens patent, it doesn't really matter. What matters is Bowtech's got the resources to fight it, right? To even just throw it out there to try to fight it, right? And Athens apparently didn't have any resources to fight anything in legal proceedings. So if you think of it that way, it's kind of weird. Like, don't put out something if you can't back it up. What they probably should have done, if it truly is a patent that they own and that really is not infringing, they should have sold it to Matthews or somebody else then who had the backup that could do it, that could make those fights and win, right? So, but maybe they didn't. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hard to know. I also talked with the owners of Athens. I know them very well, and they both assured me that the patent was good. And then after that, like I said, they closed shop, and that was that. So I don't know. I had that conversation multiple times with them, but I'd hear rumors about ATA and getting served, and they said that wasn't true, and so I don't know. It's a hard one. I haven't talked to them since, and I don't know they want to talk about it, so I just leave them alone. I don't know. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. The point is they're gone. It was a great bow. I just wish it could have ended differently, where they could have at least sold it to someone else or got rid of that cam altogether and just went back to their other stuff because it still was excellent. So just kind of sucks. The Athens brand, I was a part of the original Athens brand when Jason owned it. I used to go down to Indiana and see Jason, go to his shop. And it was cool, man. We were there at the first launch of ATA when Athens came out. They had their own cool, like, they had this cool camo, like, I think it was called Bonefish or something. I can't remember now, Bonehead or something. And it was a great experience. They did a really good job. They really came out, same with New Breed. I mean, at one point, New Breed had some really good shooting bows, It's unfortunate for them as well. Yeah, I have the Axis 31, and I'm not going to get rid of that either. I think it's a wonderful bow. It is sad, though. I agree. I mean, I knew they were going to go after him some way, shape, or form. I knew that was going to happen. Everybody in the industry I know was telling me that they're going to get it, and people that know Bowtech very well, including myself, but I don't know Bowtech as well as I used to. But a lot of my friends in the industry were telling me that it's only a matter of time because Bowtech's reps are telling them that they're going after them. So I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't know how Athens would handle it, I didn't realize they weren't going to be able to fight it at all. Like, I would have thought they would have had a legal team to at least, like, fight it somewhat in court. But I wasn't surprised that Bowtech did that. I feel like when you have a competitor that's close to what you're doing and it's infringing on maybe not infringing on a patent, but your space, right? You're infringing on my space of what I'm doing, and you're making something similar. They're gonna go after you. I mean, even if they know they can't win, they're gonna try something, So that's I guess where it gets a little bit tricky. Oh, interesting for feelings. I didn't know that. That's a little more interesting there. I never heard that. But I can see that now that you say that. That makes some sense to me. Yeah. Yes, sir. Anyway, well, is what it is. Nothing we can do. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go relax, enjoy this fire since I can't sit down there with this. Also, I might go live on TikTok for a little bit. So if you guys are bored, want to come over there, feel free. Again, for those members who are members or not members, join membership, join the channel. Again, early September, probably the weekend after Labor Day weekend. we'll do, or maybe Labor Day. We'll see. I'll be up here, so I don't know if I'll have time to run the giveaway, but we'll get it figured out. So awesome. Thanks for feeling for the info. That's really good info. So, all right, man. We'll see you guys later. You have a great night, and stay safe.